Hi everybody, it's Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing, and I made a trip yesterday up to Wacky Worm in Pennsylvania, one of my favorite local, kind of local for me, fishing stores, about 65, 70 miles away. And I haven't been up there in about a year and a half, so had some time. My wife and I took a ride up yesterday to PA, and I got some goodies from Wacky Worm. So here's what I got. I really went up to just try to get some more of those Zoom trick worms, and of course I got to get a few more things. So I'm just going to go through the bag quick, and I'll show you what I got. Wacky Worm sells these nice, 50 packs for like 13 bucks, 14 bucks. And so I got some of their Senko type baits in black. Dark colors have really been working great around here lately, so I figured I'd get some more of their like Ned style baits, and that's a 50 pack. So 50 pack for 13 bucks, not bad. Actually, I'm just gonna dump all this out and we'll go through it. All right, so like I said, I really went up because I've been catching so many fish on the Zoom trick worms lately. I wanted to just get a few different colors, get some more of the colors that I really like. And I have so many of like the natural colors, the green pumpkins, the watermelons and things, that I don't have a lot of the darker colors. And darker colors seem to have been working pretty well for me lately, so I wanted to get some of the darker color trick worms. So let's see. So I got this color. This is a candy bug. So if you guys have never thrown a trick worm before, it's just a great finesse, worm. And what I said, this was candy bug. Yeah, this is the candy bug color. See the purple in there and all the flake, green flake, purple flake, awesome. And what's nice about the trick worm, you get a 20 pack. And at the Wacky Worm, they're like, I think $4.99 a pack. So that's the candy bug trick worm. I also got gooseberry color, which is very kind of similar to that candy bug color. So that's their gooseberry color. I like those purples and blacks and with those flakes in there. So this almost looks like it's black on, like a black and then purple bottom. I haven't thrown this one before. That's your gooseberry color. Looks good. Figured I better do this video today before I get out and start throwing these around. I did get, some more watermelon. This is a watermelon with purple flake, because I do like purple. I like purple, in baits, whether the flake or just grape type purple color. But can't go wrong with just a watermelon with a purple flake in there. And this might be a little better for that clearer water, but I'm sure they'll eat it around here too, even though the water's been a little murky lately. But watermelon, purple flake, trick worm. Let's see, let me go through the trick worms first. I got the black, what's that, black sapphire? Which is like a black with a blue bottom. So you see it's got like the blue bottom, the black, and the blue flake on top. Really awesome. That should be really nice. And like I said, I've been throwing it lately on that slider head and doing really well. But you can use any head you like, any jig head you like for a trick worm. You could Carolina rig it, however you like to throw a trick worm. There's no wrong way to do it, whatever works for you. This is the black ruby color. Like a black red. I didn't know if I had this one or not, but I grabbed it. So you got the black top with the red flake and then the red bottom. Really nice. So there's your black ruby trick worm. Just plain black, just straight black. And I had a bag of the black, but I was getting a little low on it. So I figured I'd get another bag of black. There's your black trick worm. Can't go wrong with a black trick worm anywhere. Clear water or dark or murky water. And let's see, it might be it for the trick worms. Yeah, I think that's it for the trick worms. I also grabbed this is the Ultra Vibe Speed Worm by Zoom. And I've grabbed a lot of different black. This black has been working pretty good lately. I didn't have that worm. I figure throw that around too, see how it makes out. Got a pack of those. That's a 15 pack. I don't know what that was. Probably $4.29. So $4.29 at Wacky Worm. And that's your Ultra Vibe Speed Worm in black. Let's see. Also got the Magnum Finesse Worm from Zoom in black. You see the theme here of getting some black worms. That's $4.19 a pack up there at Wacky. If you guys have never thrown the Magnum Worm, so it's just a little bit thicker. I don't really have many of these, so I figured, throw a few, try them out. The other Zoom, I got a couple of Zoom. I got the Zoom, the 6-inch lizard, or I'm sorry, 8-inch Magnum lizard, and that's in black grape because I like that black grape color. I saw it hanging there on the shelf. That was like $4.99. How many you get in this pack? 9. It's a 9 pack. So there's your black grape lizard. Maybe do some Carolina rigging with that. I could throw it on. You could throw these on any jig head you like. Texas rig 'em. You know, lizard seems to be a kind of a bait that people have kind of forgotten, but still catch a lot of fish on 'em. But that's the black grape 8-inch lizard by Zoom. And the last Zoom product I bought was just the 6-inch black lizard. So like I've said, I was trying to get some darker colors. I have so many of those natural colors, but so, you know, your traditional lizard. And like I say, you guys want to Carolina rig these, flip them, throw them on your favorite jig head. There's your 6-inch black Zoom lizard. Nice. I grabbed a black slider worm, and it's just a 4-inch slider worm. It's a 15 pack, or I'm sorry, 18 pack they do. It's an 18 pack. It was like $4, $4.29. So they had some sliders there, and you know, I've been talking a lot about sliders lately. You know, one of the baits I threw a lot when I first got into bass fishing. But black, you know, slider worm, can't really beat it. You know, if the fishing's tough, you know, and everybody's throwing a Ned or everybody's throwing, you know, a drop shot, maybe try something a little different like the old slider worm. But there's your black slider worm 4-inch. Another, you know, big worm I like is the T-Mac by NetBait. So I don't know if that's a 20-pack. That's a 20-pack too. And that's $3.99. So it's $1 cheaper than getting the Zooms. And I like the T-Mac, and I have a few colors of it, of the natural colors, but I didn't have a black one. So, you know, very similar to your trick worm. And, you know, great for, you know, finesse fishing, Carolina rigging. You know, if you guys just want to worm fish. There you go. There's your T-Mac. So that's the NetBait T-Mac in black. So that's all the soft plastics I got. I did pick up. Wacky Worm has you know, pre-made skirts. So I grabbed like 10. So I got some of the brown. I like that brown orange color. So I grabbed a bunch of those. You know, there's a pile there. I think I got 10 altogether. And I like this. This is a color that I've gotten from Wacky Worm before. I don't know what you want to call that. It's got a lot of different flashy colors in there, and blacks and browns, and maybe some pumpkins. But I always do well with this on jig heads. So I'll throw this on some 3/8 and half-ounce jig heads and flip them around. But got 10 of those. And they have, you know, in the store, they've got like boxes of different color ones. But those are my favorites. I grabbed those. Let's see. And the rest I got was just some jig heads. They did have the slider jig heads I've been using. This isn't the pro one. This is the original one. And I think I've shown you these before, but I'll show you again. If I can get one out. But that's your original slider head. You know, it's a 1/4 ounce, I believe. I think I got the 1/4 ounce size. Yeah, 1/4. And it's an, what is that? 18 pack? Yeah. 18 pack for $10. So, you know, you throw in this with an open hook, you tend to lose some here and there. This has a nice flutter as it falls. And I'll show it to you again. I know I showed you this on another video. We'll grab that black trick worm. But a nice finesse, you know, finessey way of catching bass. You know, just take that finesse worm and run it through there. Try to do it in the middle. And then, if I can get it to go up through. Right about there is usually good. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I'll just throw that around. I think I've shown you this setup before, but any jig head you guys want to use, you know, whatever you like. You know, I know this is a very popular worm for Carolina rig fishing, but just throw it around, see what you catch. And surprisingly, it doesn't get hung up a lot, and it comes out of the rocks with this head fairly easy. I mean, I have lost a few, but not as much as you'd think with that open hook. So it's a nice, you know, that's a nice stout hook. 1/4 ounce weight, good finesse setup there. So that's just with the black trick worm. But any worm, like I said, I just like the zoom finesses. Any worm you guys like to use is awesome. I've been using those 6 cents worms lately too and catching them. And so whatever you like, you know, is good. Wacky Worm does make their own jig heads and hooks, so I did grab some of this some stand-up heads. This is like a Ned style head, but they make them a little heavier, which I like. So if you're fishing current or deeper water, and a little stouter hook than you might get on a typical like Ned head. This is a 1/4 ounce stand-up, so you can throw your Ned right on there. It's got a nice little keeper. I don't know if I got any Neds laying around here on the table. I don't think so. No, I'll show you. No, I don't have any Neds laying around. But yeah, you know what? Doesn't matter. Let's use this craw. let's say I'm gonna use this Power Team craw here, and I'm gonna throw it like a Ned. You guys know how to put these on, but I'll show you. I'm sure this should work all fine on here. It's a little craw hors d'oeuvre, if I can get it straight. That little keeper on there, it's a little crooked, but really crooked. That's not how you want it to look, guys. Let's try and make that a little straighter, shall we? We try to get it right in the middle of the body. That's much better. This one's a little messed up from being used on jigs. But, so you want to throw that like a Ned. It's not the most perfect lined up, but it'll work. This thing's got so many holes in it from having it on jig heads, but you get the idea. You guys know how to put a Ned on. But that's a little 1/4 ounce Ned head from Wacky Worm, which is a lot heavier than usual. A lot of times you're throwing those really tiny ones. And I even got heavier ones. I got 5/16. So if I want to fish deep water, and really get that bait down there, here's a nice stand-up head. Well, that stands on my hand there, because it's got that flat side there. So it's going to hit the bottom. Just land there, and you'll have your Ned floating around. And like I say, Ned, you can throw anything on here you want. You could throw one of those trick worms on here, you know, which I may do. You know, maybe that Magnum trick worm, even a lizard. You know, any soft plastic you want. You know, if you want it to sit down the bottom like that, with that tail up in the air, those lizards probably be awesome with this. So, if you want a little heavier head, you can get them up there at Wacky Worm. And the last thing I got was they had some bullet swim bait heads that look neat. So I figured let's try them out. I do have a lot of different jig heads from Wacky Worm, but this bullet worm with that sickle hook on there look cool. So I figured I'd grab a couple packs. What are they, like $4? $3 pack of 5. Not bad. And I got this is a 1/4 ounce. I got a 3/8 ounce. And I got a 1/2 ounce. So this is even heavier than those big swim baits. But I don't know if I got any swim baits later. I might have a couple here. This may actually be a Wacky Worm swim bait. I'm not sure. It may just happen to be laying here. See how this goes through. I can get it. Don't go too far. It might be a little far. Yeah, see, if you have them in their curve like that, it means you went a little too far. So I'm just going to reload that. I'll put it a little shorter. There you go. And just throw it out. It's nice when they got the little ridges there. This might actually be a Wacky Worm. Yeah, it actually is. It's right here hanging out. This is a Wacky Worm swim bait. That's one of their swim baits. Just happen to have it right here. And you know, throw it out, swim it back. Killer. That's a nice hook on there. So that's the 1/4 ounce size. So I got the 1/4 ounce, 5 of those for $2.99, and I got the 3/8, a little bigger head. If you want to fish a little deeper, maybe a little bigger. You know, I don't think the hook size is really any different. But that's your 3/8. You know, some guys like to use those, you know, really light heads, and I have a ton of the lighter heads, so I figured get some of the bigger heads too. Because this is a really heavy head. This is a 1/2 ounce, but it doesn't look like it's a bigger wide gap hook. It's just a heavier head. Want to get it down a little deeper. Want to really hug the bottom. You know, get it out there 20, 30 feet, and just swim it right along the bottom. This bigger head and help you out, get it down there a little quicker. But it's got a nice hook. So that's the Wacky Worm bullet head, swim bait head. $3 for 5, not bad. And that's the order. So that's it. If you guys have never been to Wacky Worm and you're in the area, if you're in the New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania area, and you want to go to a really nice fishing store, I highly recommend you check out Wacky Worm, or you can order online. You know, they're stocked up really good, you know, considering, you know, it's hard to get some things delivered nowadays, you know, in a decent amount of time. So, but their wall of baits is pretty full. So, you know, check out Wacky Worm in PA. I'll put the links to the store below. You know, you guys, I don't think you need links to, you know, Zoom trick worms. You can find them pretty much anywhere you want to buy them. So, but I'll give you the Wacky Worm link there, and you can, you know, shop away. You can never have enough tackle shops, and it's always nice to actually go to a tackle shop and not just order online all the time and actually look at the baits. So it was a good trip. I haven't been up there in a while. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about Wacky Worm, you know, put them in the, you know, the comments below. But good luck on the water, and I'll see you soon on YouTube. Mark out.